Hi, everybody, and welcome to Michael Leonetti's Variety Talk Show, the #1 podcast in Nevada. There's nobody that reaches more people than me, and why? Because I pay to reach thousands and thousands of people each week. Before I go any further, because I got a great show lined up and I got something very important that I personally need to tell everybody, we always say thank you for joining the show today. But first, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube so you'll know when you're releasing new shows. And also something that, leave a comment. Don't be afraid. You can ask me whatever that you want to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer you. So it's very important to do that. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my sponsors. Number one, Mr. Kellogg, Bob Kellogg. Bob, thank you so much for sponsoring this #1 show. You've been a great inspiration to me, and I thank you very much. Also, WeLink. WeLink is a fiber optic company. That's one of our sponsors that if you have a house or an apartment, and if they are servicing that, a lot of people don't have it yet, but you get faster internet, and actually my brother handles that. He's the main guy that does all that. Also, Mr. George Harris, my very, very special friend from Alien Tequila, the CEO, best tequila you've ever tasted in your life. If you're a tequila drinker, try that one. I guarantee you, you will never, ever go back to any other tequila but his. And then also, I want to say hello to Ray McCann. Ray is one of our major sponsors also as well, which is the real estate. If you need a house, if any questions you want, apartments, he's the guy to see. Trust me when I'm telling you, because Ray is the ultimate when it comes to real estate, buying homes. And also, as everybody knows, we shoot on Friday, and then Saturday, we distribute the show. So tonight, which was last night, I'm going to La Chiarelli's. It's one of my little favorite Italian supper clubs. They have the best steak I've ever tasted. It melted to my mouth like Holy Communion. That's how delicious it was. And they have Mark Jehovah that's performing there on Saturday, and Dana Day, which is on Friday, which I'm definitely going to go and see her and support her. So make sure, ladies and gentlemen, you take the time to go see these acts and try that restaurant. Well, I make sure I covered everybody. I didn't want to miss anybody. One other thing I wanted to tell you, my book, Deceit, Corruption, and Cover-Up. I wrote a book. I've sold many, many books, and I want you to know that all the money that goes to that book goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. If you don't think that there's a God, there is, because everything that I lost, the Lord gave me back. So if you'd like to purchase a book, please give my wife a call. We'll be happy to sell it to you. We sold about 56 so far. So just keep those cards and letters coming in, and we'll be more than happy to do that. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have some sad news to say. This was my choice. I decided to leave Ahern's. I'm not at Ahern's any longer. Due to situations that were under no control of mine, I had no choice but to pull out, take the loss that I got hit with a big loss, and I figured just let me move on and go to another property. But you know, everybody consults with someone. Well, I got somebody I like to show you who I consult with. As you can see, you can't go any higher than this guy. So before I came on the show just today, I took time out to pray, and I asked the Lord to give me the right words to say, because I never like burning a bridge, and I never like saying anything bad, no matter what happens. So, number one, I want to thank Mr. Don Ahern. Don, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, because you got to remember, when you get a guy like you got millions of businesses, you're at the mercy of the people that run them. So if they make a mistake, unfortunately, they got to suffer the consequences of what happened. And that's exactly what goes on in life. It's sad. I had a restaurant. Anything that went wrong, I was the guy that suffered the consequences for someone else's iniquities. But Don, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It was a great pleasure meeting your wife, meeting your family, meeting your grandchildren. And thank you for sending all your friends and personal friends to come and see my show. I'd like to thank Ryan Ahern. Ryan, you got a great future ahead of you, son. Okay, you're a great musician, great entertainer, and there'll be a day when Dad's gone, you'll be the guy that'll be running that hotel. So I pray through the bottom of my heart that God will give you the knowledge and the power and the understanding to deal with people. And thank you very, very much. I also like to thank little Effie, the concierge at Ahern's. Effie did such a nice job bringing all the kind of people, to the show, all the concierges to see my show, to get them booked to come in. And thank you, Effie. Very, very nice. I'd like to thank Karen Eastman. Karen Eastman, from day one that I walked into that place, she's the not talent coordinator, but she's the coordinator for the events. And thank you, Karen, for being so kind to me and treat me very special, you and your husband. I also like to thank Dan Lazinski. Dan was the marketing director. Dan, congratulations on the new baby. I hope that kid grows up to be as tall as you, and I think it's wonderful. Thank you for coming to my show with your family, and thank you for all the work that you have done for me. I'd like to thank George Harris. George, you've been with me for many, many years. You came to my restaurant and broke my arm to come to Ahern's and perform. Thank you for introducing me to the great Don Ahern. Also, I'd like to thank the staff at Ahern's, the security staff. Every time I walked into that place, every single time, those guys were very respectful for me, always commented on my clothes and how nice I looked, and that was a great bunch of people. I also like to thank all the people that came to the show that was there. I'd like to thank Joel Ott. Joel, I said this many times on my TV shows, if I had a grandson, I had to pass the baton, I'd pass it to you. You're a great chef, you're a great young man, and you had a beautiful future, and you got an uphill climb, but that's the restaurant business. It's pretty tough. Like I said, we depend on the people that work for us. And I also like to thank my partner and my very special friend John Montello for selling all them show tickets. And what we're doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is working diligently to take my show to another property so I can pick up where I left off at, because this is far from over. This is just a small little pause for the cause, and I'll get back in action. And last but not least, I like to thank a certain person that I came onto this TV show and mentioned his name many, many times. I like to thank Shane McFarland, the president of the hotel. Shane, thank you, my dear friend. No matter what our differences may be and what we went through, you will always have a special place in my heart. So I wanted to make sure I covered everything, and I hope someday down the line when Ahern gets up and running and everything is smooth, I would love to come back there. And also one more special guest that I didn't really get a chance to really spend that much time with him, but it's the entertainment director, Lorenzo Clark. Lorenzo doing a great job bringing all those comics in there, and they need you to bring those people in. So there it goes, ladies and gents. I wanted to tell you where I was happening and what's going on, and I'll be here. I signed a 2-year contract here, so I'm going to be here for another 2 years every week coming to you, and I'm getting more and more and more and more people that are subscribing and the people that I'm reaching out to. So thank you very much, everybody. Without further ado, how did I do? Pretty good. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce this guy. You ready for this? King James Brown. Hiya, King. What's shaking, baby?
Oh, everything. I'm just so glad to be here.
Oh, I'm so well.
Yes.
I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the James Brown that you know took that from him. He's the original King James Brown. And I got to tell you, because in a few minutes we're going to show you a clip of him. I got to tell you, this cat could really swing. Unfortunately, his lovely wife could not be here today. She's doing an album, and she could not get out of the studio.
Right.
And I thank you, Mr. Brown, for coming in. So tell everybody what you do, where you're playing at, what you have done.
Well, my real name is King James Brown. And basically, I do a tribute to the godfather of soul, James Brown. I started about 12 years old in Los Angeles with my stepfather's blues band called Joe Ragland and the Fantastics. So from that time, I've been to Japan, China, the Cook Islands, Rarotonga, New York, Northwest Canada, a small town called Whitehorse, many times. And matter of fact, I came to Vegas once before. I was here 16 years. Came in 89.
Oh, 89.
Stayed to 2005. And
now, has things changed in Vegas for you? Have you
Yes.
seen the change?
Yes.
Because you know that all the lounges are gone.
Yes.
There's no budget anymore. Everybody wants you to take the door.
I know.
And I said this a million times. You know, it's the job of the hotel to bring the people in. It's our job is to entertain the people, not to bring the people in.
Yes, I remember I was at the Riviera Hotel for a long time with the Lon Brunson All-Star Band.
Yeah.
You know, you had the Stardust. I was at the old Latin. I remember I was at the old Hacienda. Then they changed it to
Well, when did you come to Vegas? I came in 1972, so when did you come to Vegas?
89.
Oh, 80. Well, that was kind of, not the decline, but it started to...
Yeah, but I caught the tail end of when it was.
Well, the tail end was when in 72. But you got to remember, Frank was living, Sammy was living, Ella Fitzgerald, every legend was living.
Right, I met Ella. I opened for Frank Sinatra Jr.
Did you really?
Once, back in the 90s.
Have you met James Brown? Did you ever?
I met James Brown on the movie set of Dr. Detroit.
Really?
In L.A.
Did he ever see your act?
He saw me from a video. His band backed me up. His rhythm section backed me up one night at the Riviera Hotel. I
Really?
guess, yeah, this was about maybe 1995, somewhere in there. He was at the Sands. And so his rhythm section and his Cape Man MC, Danny Ray, and a couple of backup dancers came to the Riviera. And they said, but then they wanted to play. And so basically, James didn't know this. He would have never let it happen, I don't think. But his MC, Danny Ray, called me on stage, and his guitar player, drummer, and the horn section stayed on stage, Lon Brunson. Matter of fact, Lon Brunson's still playing today.
Is he really? You know, I never met that guy. I heard about him, but I never met Lon. Let me ask you a question, not to get off, but you know, Kellogg's, again, major sponsor. If you have one of these cornflakes, now hold on, you got Cocoa Krispies, Frosted Flakes, Pops, or Fruit Loops. Which one would it be?
Frosted Flakes. That's my favorite. As a matter of fact, I ate something this morning.
Did you really?
Yes.
You know, oh God, I used to like Raisin Bran. You know, but since I spent $40,000 for the choppers, I can't. I'm afraid.
Oh yeah. Well, look at these.
Well, they look great, baby. If the light is out, they'll see us. I can guarantee you that, boy. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite James Brown song?
Well, I started out on stage with. I would say I started out, there's so many favorites, but I would say Cold Sweat, There Was a Time, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, It's a Man's World, Sex Machine, and then there's quite a few. They had another one called Mother Popcorn, but there was a time where they wasn't playing a lot of his songs The main ones that most people know was the ones I just named, like Living in America,
Sure.
you know. But there were other ones that
But if you had just one song, one song to sing, just one number. If this is a national television show and I got the band behind me, an 18-piece orchestra, what song? You just got one tune. What
I
would it
got
be?
one.
Just one.
Papa's Got a Brand New Bag.
Papa's got. How's that go?
Come here, sister. Papa's in the thing.
Ow!
Ain't too hip about that new breed thing. Ain't no drag. Papa's got a brand new bag. Oh!
Uh-oh, watch it now. Because I do that when I'm playing the drum. Go, ow! Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. You just caught a little piece of him. But I tell you what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to sit back for just a moment. I wanted to show this guy live because we went through the archives and we got a tape. Rick Manning, would you be so kind to get Papa's brand new bag or whatever the bag he's singing? And let's get King James. Show everybody what we got. Come on. Look at That's what I'm talking about. Sneezing and greasing. Man, put it there. The
Thank
king.
you.
King James Brown. That's what I'm talking about. And it's amazing. I'm a little bit older than him, but we still got the power.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. We still got the power. Well, King, you are the best, man, and I love
Thank
you.
you so
What
much.
we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to sit back and relax, and we're not even done because believe it or not, my brother's driving me up a wall. He says, get me back on that television show. I said, okay, and I said, get yourself a three-piece suit, but he won't buy one. So hold on, because we're going to do some commercials, and we'll be right back. Thanks, everybody. Hope you're having a good time.
Today, we can't live without the internet. It connects us to everything and everyone. But when it comes to internet service, consumers are faced with a limited number of options and no real choice. The same handful of companies lure you in with gimmicky pricing, only to raise your rate months later. Your bills are inconsistent, include hidden fees, and your service isn't great either. In the end, you're stuck paying way too much for way too little. So why can't we do better? What if there was a provider with affordable and transparent pricing, reliable service, and lightning-fast speeds? Now there is. Introducing WeLink, a new and revolutionary home internet. At WeLink, our mission is simple: provide low-cost, high-quality internet that improves our customers' lives. WeLink uses new wireless technology, capable of bringing gigabit speed internet to homes without all the complexity and costs of traditional fiber. With WeLink's wireless technology, you'll be able to enjoy the internet at gigabit speeds. This is fast enough for streaming and gaming across dozens of devices, all at the same time. For helping us bring service to your neighborhood, you'll receive an exclusive discounted offer and a monthly rate that gets better with time. By switching to WeLink, you could save up to $840 per year. The internet is far too important to be controlled by a handful of companies who provide subpar service for far too high a price. WeLink, a new internet built by you and for you. Call
Selling and buying a home is a huge step in everybody's life. Clients want three things from their realtor: trust and integrity, the ability for that realtor to find them the right home, and negotiation skills to get them the right price and the right terms. You hire a full-time professional that knows the local market, understands contracts and addenda, can explain your contractual deadlines, and someone that will always answer the phone or your text. I'm Roy McCann, your real estate man.
Unbelievable. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back once again with King James Brown. And my brother's the only guy that makes coffee nervous, Anthony Biondo. Thank you, Anthony, for joining us. I got to tell you something, and I'll say it publicly. Rick Manning, you are doing a magnificent job. Love Rick, but we call him the Wizard. That's how good he is. Right?
Yeah, he's good.
But my brother has taken this program to another level. He's very expensive. It's worth every penny that I spend. But he's done all the commercials. He did the commercials when I was at 800 at that time. He does everything. You know, he makes this program what it is, and that's what's very important. Anthony, thanks for coming on, and I appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
I love you very much with all my heart and soul. I mean that. It's my brother. Unbelievable. He thinks he's in a will, but it's in pencil, because if he don't behave himself, I'll erase this son of a... Oh, no,
I'll take the pencil.
So how we doing? How we feeling? Tell me about the WeLink, because, you know, a lot of people don't know you're the face behind WeLink, and what a face.
Deep! Well, I'll tell you, WeLink is really up and coming. It's really blowing up. It's taken internet to a whole nother level. I mean, the speeds going up and down are just ridiculous. The price of it can't be matched. Especially for the quality and everything that's being done with it. 30 days free installation, and also we give you the routers, the high-speed routers included. I mean, how could you beat that deal? Which is a total win-win. he's still in land mode.
No, I'm looking at the monitor. You look like Jimmy Durante a little bit. You know, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we laugh all the time.
Well, you look like Brad Pitt.
Yeah. If I'm in the dark and the lights are out, because I got a head inside of me. I'm sorry, folks. We have such a good time on this program.
That's funny.
So, what do you think about the King?
Oh, amazing! Absolutely amazing. This is. I mean, when you think of Las Vegas, it's Michael Leonetti. It's the King. It's amazing. This is what Vegas built. This is what built Vegas.
Right.
And he's a very extraordinary individual.
And he did a great job, King. Well, we love you. I thank you very much. His wife is not here. You got to see. She looks like Jane Kennedy. You don't remember? You weren't even born then. But on the D. Martin show, they had a girl. Jane Kennedy was gorgeous. When I met his wife, I couldn't believe it. She looked like she was a gorgeous girl. I thought it was his daughter. He said, "No, it's my wife." He said, "No." I'm teasing it. I'm teasing the King.
That's good.
I said, beautiful girl, great singer too. You know.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Yeah, things are happening. A lot of great things are going to come about. I really believe that in my heart. And a lot of people don't know in TV land that my brother's a very spiritual man, and we're going to have on the show the pastor of his congregation.
Yeah, Valley Vegas Church.
Valley Vegas Church, and that's Pastor Russell. In fact, he came to the show last week,
Yeah.
and boy, what I didn't do to him was a sin and a shame. And when he walked out, he said, "Mike, the show was great. I had the time of my life.
Yeah.
You need to go to confession." So thank God I had Father Fabio, my bass player. He's the priest from St. Vitus. And before I walked out, I went in my car and I said, "Bless me, Father, if I have sinned." And I told my confession. No, I'm only teasing you, but I had a good time with him. So you do a lot of preaching.
Yeah.
You do a lot of the seminars. Am I saying that right or no?
I can't say the word sermon.
Sermon.
Is what you're looking for.
Thank you.
But no, I do something called a nugget. A nugget. So when Pastor Russell can't, be there for Tuesday nights, me and my wife step in and we do a small nugget for the church, and then we lead into prayer and then worship. It's amazing. Valley Vegas Church on Sahara in Arville. It's just wow. The Holy Spirit runs hard through there, and
Well,
praise God.
I got to tell you, and I got to say it publicly before it started. My brother said, "What are you going to say?" And I said, "Don't worry about it. I went to the highest authority, and I
Yeah.
took the Bible." He said, "That's all I needed to know."
Yeah.
And the thing is, let me tell you something. I had a ball. I had a great time. But it's not over. God has a way. I mean, He put me in a dungeon for many, many years. Got out, and I got the empire back. Had a great restaurant. Closed it. Sold it. Went to Ahern's, had a beautiful time for the 3 months that I was there,
Yep.
and I got meetings with other people. So, God says, "Mike, I'm not done with you yet. This is just a pause. We just say a stepping stone,
Stepping stone.
for something far greater, because you never know what the future holds." So, King, let me ask you a question, buddy,
Yeah.
because we talked about Frosted Flakes. You said Frosted Flakes. My brother, he likes it was the Cocoa Krispies the last time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right.
You wait to man, we had such a good time.
That's the first show. Go back and look at the first show. The first show is hysterical.
But King, let me ask you a question. If you had one thing to eat, last meal, brother, what would it be?
Last meal.
Last meal, my man. Come on.
Besides,
Don't say Cocoa Krispies. Come on.
no, they made
Are you
me.
asking about?
No, I'm asking you.
About food in general.
Food in general.
No, they
We're
thought
sitting
I had
down.
a mental problem.
God
last
say I'm
time I
taking.
ate.
No, I'm saying God's sake to me the next
You're
day.
not talking about Fruit Loops. They were about to put me out. To their blast. Look.
Right. I'm not
Wait,
saying. I'm
okay,
not
wait.
saying. I'm talking about God saying, "I'm taking you tomorrow, but have a great meal." What would it be?
Frosted Flakes.
Really?
Out
That
of
would be the last
everything in the
meal?
world.
Out of
everything in the-
anything? Nah, you're jiving me. Man, you jive sucker. Come on now.
With some ribs.
Oh,
There you go.
I knew I'd get it out of you. Anthony, how about you, Ant? What are you
I
going to
figured
do?
they endorsed me.
That's true.
No.
If it was me, I'd like to have my wife feed me grapes for the last time.
What are you on? Grapes. Forgive me, folks. He's sick. Grapes. Oh, my God in heaven. No, seriously. Seriously.
Oh, I don't. The last meal. Wow, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I probably and God bless my wife. She cooks fantastic. If I married her just for the food, I could wear the crown king. I'd say her chicken marsala.
That good, huh?
It's that good.
Wow.
It's that good.
Well, for me, being a chef, you're not going to believe this, but I'm a spaghetti and meatball guy.
Me too.
Believe it or not, it sounds crazy. I mean, you can have all the lobster and you can have all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, homemade. I'm talking about we say gravy sauce. You people out there say so. Spaghetti meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Linguine and meatballs. Rigatoni and meatballs. Ziti and meatballs. For me,
Yeah.
a dish of macaroni. Forget about it. That's what I would love the most. And my wife could cook. You talk, your wife can cook? Oh, my wife can cook. Laura, he's put me up to that. No, my wife cooks. I'm only kidding. I do all the cooking in the house, but she's been the best. Well, I got to tell you, folks, I love this program. I love what I do. King, you're the best, man.
Oh, thank
I hope you
you.
had a good time.
I did.
That you're here.
I forgot.
You what?
I forgot to announce my show.
Oh, yeah, now, hurry up. Announce you. We got a second. Announce your show. Go ahead, King. Announce your show.
Anyway, October 2nd, I will be at Sand Dollar on Spring Mountain Road in Polaris. Showtime starts at 10 o'clock to 2 a.m. Be my band, the King James Brown Band, and we'll be doing 3 long, hot shows. That's a long time, so I guarantee I'll be in shape.
Well, that's great. Thank you, King. Well, as far as me, every week I'll let you know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm at. I got a great staff of people for next week. You know, I got better and better people that are always coming on, different people from judges to entertainers. You know, it's a well-rounded show. And how about you, buddy? What are you going to do?
I just can't get over it. I'm overwhelmed that you look like a Greek goddess.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you do.
Well, maybe you want to feed me those grapes. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, folks. Well, listen, I'm going to get real quick. If I had Aladdin's lamp and I had one wish to make, I would not wish for caviar, any special dish. I would not wish for dollars, yet and dollars have few. I'd wish to continue to do what I do at the age of 72 for the rest of my life, as long as God gives me the talent to do what I'm doing, to come to people as wonderful as all of you. Amen. Thank you, everybody, for making me feel so special. And guess what? This is not over. This is just the beginning. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next week. I promise you, I'll be here.
Are you looking to increase your business? Are you looking to take your business or organization to the next level? Well, look no further. The Michael Leonetti Variety Show has everything you need to become a great success. Contact us now to get all the information you need to take your business to the next level.